Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are going to be planning and prepping everything for the Africa unit from Gather Round, so stick around. Y'all, I said that I was gonna do better with planning for this unit, so I wrote myself on my calendar that I had to make a prepping video, and here we are. So if I guess it's just what I need to do. I just need to say I have to make a plan and prep video for this unit, and then I'll actually plan and prep. So here we are. I have printed, obviously I've printed some things out, so I'll share those with you guys, just what I've got here. And then I'll actually have a full flip through coming out on Thursday. So if you guys want to see like inside the unit, outside of like just a couple things that I'll share in today's video, then be sure to look out for that one. So for those of you who may be new, I buy the one student digital bundle from Gather Round because I only have one child, and so I only need one student notebook. It's just more cost effective that way. So I have printed out the teacher's guide, and then I also have the early reader student notebook. And then I did do for that year, which it's all changing now. It's not really, I don't think it's even a thing anymore since now the sale is over. But anyways, I had bought the Lifer package, which included like all of the extras for the year 2, I believe. And so I got the recipe book with that. So I do have the Africa recipe book. It comes with the country flags. And so I actually already had these ready to go. But they are part of kind of prepping for the unit. So some of them, like that, is it didn't print the way that it was supposed to, and so I just had to write in the country on the back. But I have all of those. And then what else? Oh, I did also remember that for this unit they do what does she call it? I guess just this, a travel journal. I did remember this just from those couple lessons that we did. So instead of having her fill them out in the back of the notebook here, I actually had gotten these from the Target Dollar Spot. It's just like a plain, I don't even know. They're just plain paper. I guess maybe it could be like a little craft book if you wanted it to be or whatever. But I had several of these. I think it came in like a pack of 5 or something. And so what I'll have her do, maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but I would just mention it. Otherwise I'll forget. What I'll have her do is just cut these out and put them in here. That way it's all together, and so that it's actually like a little travel journal. And if she wants to write any other little notes or anything, it'll be here. I will now go through the Gather Round website. So if you are not familiar or if you've not really used Gather Round, you can always go to gatherround.com and go to their unit resources, and there will be a list of all kinds of things that people have suggested or that Gather Round suggests. That's where you'll find your book lists, things like that. And so I will pull that up now and go through and just try and find manageable, simple, like crafts, or maybe like a fun extra video or something like that. I do not want to overwhelm myself with a plethora of things. I do not want with every lesson we have to do all of these extras, because I know myself and I know that I will get burnt out and all of those things will go by the wayside. Okay, quickly, I just wanted to show you guys navigation through the website. So you just go up here to Unit Resources,
You guys just bear with me on the internet here. This is story of my life. And then so you're going to click year 1 for Africa, but obviously that's going to change depending on what unit you are doing. So then we're going to click Africa. And so this will bring up everything, all of the extras and things like that. So here under books and resources, this will load and will be your book list. So you can print that out if, if you want to. You scroll down here, this is also the book list. You have just some general links that you can use, YouTube videos, websites, crafts, movies, field trip ideas, lots of cool stuff. Here are some other just downloads, maybe little quizzes or things like that people have made and have submitted, which is pretty cool. And then if you want something specific, you can go up here to week 1, week 2, all that stuff. Week 1, and that will break it down per lesson. So this is where I go when I am looking for specific videos that coincide with what we are doing in that particular lesson. I will go through here. I'm not going to choose any of these at this point. I will just choose these, when the time comes that we're doing the lessons. But I am going to go through and look through the crafts here and see if there's anything cool that we want to add in, and I will do that all the way through the entire unit.
Yeah, I went on the website and I just looked through and whichever lessons had an extra or a craft that I thought was reasonable, I would click, if it sounded cool, I would click on the link, watch the YouTube video if there was a tutorial, or, look at the materials required, that kind of stuff. And really, I just try to keep it very simple. And I will say most of them are that. Most of them are not a whole bunch is required. There were a few that were really awesome, but would be better when my daughter is older and can do some of those things on her own. So I'm not going to go through and pick and tell you guys all the things that we picked, because I'd be here forever. But just to kind of give you an example. So week 1 will be our busiest extra week. For lesson 1, we are going to do a diorama. Now that is in the student notebook. That's one of the projects for the unit. So I did go ahead, I saved an Amazon box, and we're just gonna kind of wing it. We'll probably just do some construction paper to make sort of the background and stuff. And then in the back, not of here, but in the back of the student notebook, because it's part of the lesson, there are cutouts, if I can find them. So you have cutouts there to put in your diorama, and she can color them and that kind of stuff. And then lesson 2 is an Art for Kids hub, learning how to draw a hedgehog. She loves Art for Kids Hub already. We are familiar with that. So that'll just be a fun little thing she can do on her own. And then lesson 3 is you type your name in and it shows you what your name would be in hieroglyphs. And so we'll do that also. And that's it. Just super simple, super easy. But those are the things we would miss out on if I wouldn't have done this. And then I will say for week 2, so again, going through, some lessons had more things that would work for us versus other lessons. So for week 2, which is lessons 8, 9, 10, and 11, there really was only one that I thought we could do, which is African drums. So I'll just take some toilet paper rolls and some paint and the end of a balloon. There's a tutorial on here that we'll watch. But then other than that, for that week, there really wasn't anything. So because we didn't use it last time, we are going to pick a recipe or two. Now, this is broken up by weeks, based off of the countries that you're studying. That I am not going to concern myself with. We just need to use it. I bought it and we ain't used it. So we're just going to use it. We're just going to pick, maybe from week 1 and week 2, since we've already done those. I don't know. I really don't care. I just want to use them. And so we will pick a recipe and then make something that week for our extra. I guess I can tell y'all. Week 3, we will do cave art. So that's literally taking like a piece of sandpaper and some crayons. And then on the link, it shows you kind of some things that you can draw that will look similarly to what cave art would look like. And then lesson 12 is a weaving lesson. So I just Googled kindergarten weaving and very simply remembered how to do that. And so it's construction paper and glue. Very simple, very easy, but we will do that. Week 4 was another week. There wasn't really a whole lot. But there is a paper plate necklace. So just paper plate, paint, scissors, and yarn is all we need for that one. So week 4 will also be another pick a recipe week. And then the last week for week 5, I thought this was kind of cool, and I kind of put it together on my own, but I kind of got the idea from there too. So lesson 19, there was a suggestion to make a safari vest and a safari hat. So the vest is just like a brown paper bag with with a printable, and you can just cut out like the pockets and stuff. And then there was a safari hat where you take like a paper bowl and then the outer edge of a paper plate, glue those together, and then decorate it to make a safari hat. So we'll do that for lesson 19. And then I thought for lesson 20, it would be really cool for her to wear her vest and her hat and share her diorama and her travel journal with Dad. And maybe our in-laws live very close to us, so maybe with them. Just kind of a fun way to end the unit. So that's what I've come up with for the extras. Now, in order to remind myself so that I actually do them, in my teacher's guide, I started with these little tabs, and I'm making those a little bit better. Now that I know what we're going to be doing and for which lessons, let me see if I can show you guys here. So I have the tab on the lesson there, and then I have diorama. So I know when I go to open this page and we go to read, I know that on, this day, we are supposed to be doing the diorama. And then so I have the same thing for lesson 2. And I just have art for kids, hedgehog. So I'll know that I have that planned for that day. And then I'll also keep this handy because I did write down supplies that we would need too. So I wrote down like the diorama, and I'll need the box and the cutouts in the back, construction paper, all that stuff. So that, maybe we can read the lesson, and while she's doing notebooking or something like that, I can grab the couple things that we'll need, and I'll be more likely to get it done. So I am just going to finish going through the rest of the unit and adding these things in using my little tabs. I will have more of those. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be back because I don't know what's next, but I know this is where we are. So. So this part is done. Now, what I'm really hoping is that each week, since there's, outside of the first week, since there's only 2 items or 2 things that I need to come up with, now it's easy for me to go look at the teacher's guide, on Saturday or Sunday, and just remember which things I need, whether that be like, you know, if I need to run to the store and grab some more yarn or something like that. Everything that I picked, we pretty well have at all times. There may just be a couple of things that I need to grab, but that will be very easy to do because I already know what I need. And I know what's coming up next because it's literally looking at me in the face, hopefully. So that's my plan for that. And then of course, we have the travel journal that we'll do, and this is incorporated in the student notebook. So there's no like extra reminder or anything that I need there, but we will have that. And then these guys, I don't have anything just great and grand and wonderful planned for these. But what I'm thinking we likely will do is I'm just gonna hang some twine, I think. And just as we go through each country, just hang it up on the twine with like a little paper clip, because realistically, I can't come up with anything else. And like I said, I don't want to overwhelm myself. This will be our first time doing co-op ever, and that's 1 day a week. And I don't know what that's going to look like. This is only our second unit for a country, and it's a lot. And so I don't want to set unrealistic expectations, but I need to set some sort of expectation, and I need to set myself up for success a little bit. So I'm hoping this is the answer to those things. So yeah, these I will probably just do a little, like I said, a little thing of twine, and we'll just clip these up as we go through them. And I think that will be sufficient for this go round. Now, one other thing that I'm going to have to just do a little bit of looking, and unfortunately it's not going to make it into this video. I'm going to have to figure out the spelling and seat work journal deal. Because this does not have a seat work journal, but I do want us to practice spelling and vocabulary. So I've got to do my own little bit of research. I just am running out of time today, naturally. And so I will give you guys an update on that. I haven't done a 1 week check-in in a while. If you guys want a 1 week check-in for this unit, let me know that, since I'm kind of changing things up. If you guys want to know how that's going, let me know in the comments, because I could very well do that. And then I could tell you what I have come up with for the vocabulary seat work journal type deal. But at this point, the only other thing for me to do is to grab our books out of our bookshelf. So I will turn you a little bit here. So if you guys remember from my tour, I had these set up here, and in each one of these, I set out books for the units that we have planned coming up. So yeah, all I need to do, I'm crawling, I'm on knees here, so just bear with me. But these are all of our books. So this is really nice because this is just one thing that I just don't have to think about. So I'm going to take all of these books out. Okay. And I'll quickly show them to you. Marvelous Mud House. Love this. Number One Car Spotter is a read aloud. Precious and the Zebra Necklace is a read aloud. Jane Goodall is a read aloud. We may get to Where is the Congo as a read aloud. Masai and I, and Watch Me. So I will just set these up in my little bookshelves that you guys see all the time in the window here, because this is the unit that we obviously will be on. So it will go over there. And yeah, we will work through these. And I think that's it. I think we are planned. I think we're prepped. And we're just going to go with it. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys. Let me know for sure about the 1 week check-in. I'm thinking that's probably going to be helpful, but y'all let me know. But I think that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.